a minute, Junior. Where are you going?
Oh, after that scene with those slave girls, the road to Zanzibar's calling me. What a project.
Listen, Dopey, don't you know that Zanzibar's in Africa?
Africa, that's it. Let's go.
Now, wait a minute. Calm yourself, Robert. Do all of your pictures affect you in this way?
Oh, sure. After the road to Singapore, I went to Singapore. After Cat and the Canary, I went to the zoo. After Ghost Breakers, I went to visit Paulette Goddard. Ho, 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 ho. Come on, Dottie. Bing's waiting for us in the boat, and we'll take everybody with us on the road to Zanzibar. He must have seen the picture.
Wherever you are, you're near me. You dare me to be untrue.
And with your arms around me, I should call for aid. You're dangerous, but who's afraid?
Yeah, I was so nervous the bed is still shaking.
Oh, go to sleep, will you?
Oh, well, no wonder. Look, it's a snake.
A snake?
Yeah, a snake. A snake! You can't train an octopus. They only know from one thing. Grab you quick and suck the blood out of you.
Look here. I'll show you how gentle he is. Come on, boy. Oh, boy. Come on here. Don't move.
What are you doing?
Don't talk. Don't do anything.
What are you talking about?
Hinge.
What? Oh, listen, Oh, no! No!
Come on.
Don't!
Come
Oh,
on.
no!
Here, come on.
Look out there!
Into the strange and wild interior of darkest Africa, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer sent a motion picture company on safari. Here in its original setting, where no white woman had ever been before, was filmed the story of primitive savagery, of incredible danger. You'll thrill to the magnificent love story of the flaming redhead and the handsome jungle adventurer, as together they fight their hazardous way through a vast land of mystery and excitement in their relentless quest for the fabulous fortune that rests in King Solomon's mines.
To my knowledge, no white man has been near the Carolina's for 5 years. Nowadays, they're feared as much by the natives as they are by the whites. We're going to have trouble getting our own boys to get that far.
How long will it take us to get there?
Weeks? Months, perhaps. I don't know. I've never taken a woman on safari with me before.
Have I been a handicap?
The fun hasn't started yet.
When it does, I'm sure we'll all enjoy it.
What do you think you're doing? You had no intention of letting us leave this place alive. You're going to get us out of here before those fellows outside start warming up and carrying out your orders.
from the thrilling pages of world-renowned author C.S. Forester's story and filmed in the jungles and at the headwaters of Africa, the Dark Continent, in all the magnificence of color by Technicolor, comes the most exciting adventure ever screened.
You promised you'd go down the river.
There's death a dozen times over down the river.
You promised.
Well, I'm taking my promise back.
Filmed in the treacherous wilds of Africa and directed by John Huston, winner of a double Oscar Award for The Treasure of Sierra Madre. Against a savagely thrilling background, two people live a reckless adventure. Charlie Allnutt, lazy, gin-swilling, no better than he should be. And Rosie, straight-laced Rosie Sayers, who learns about life, all about it.
Well, I ain't sorry no more, you crazy, psalm-singing, skinny old maid.
Two people thrown together against their wills.
Get out!
In a stirring and pulse-pounding story known in fact or fiction.
Waiting for the supper, miss. I'm the captain, that's who. I ain't taking you along. You'd only be in my way.
I suppose I was in your way going down the rapids. Then what you said to me back there on the river was a lie about how you never could have done it alone and how you lost your heart and everything. You liar. I never dreamed that any experience could be so stimulating.
This is Harry Street. His life, like his loves, had been a sin. In the white heat of Kilimanjaro with Helen. In the pleasure-mad blue of the Mediterranean with Liz. In the bittersweet of Parisian nightlife with Cynthia, whose lips were warm red wine.
I'm Cynthia Green.
Sin, that's nice.
You better take this from me. I sometimes drink too much.
Well, everything's fair in the pursuit of happiness.
Oh, I'm not completely idle. I pose sometimes.
And what my maiden aunt calls the all-together.
Sometimes.
We all have to make whatever we can out of what we were given.
I thought that if I was here with you, and your work came well, and you were happy here again with me here, don't make me lose all my pride.
It's the first time I've ever really seen you.
I shouldn't love you too much. I'm awfully bad for you. We're so hopelessly in love and we can't make it work.
Well, that's nonsense, darling.
I shouldn't even have wanted to have your child. It wasn't fair to you.
Mogambo, the new word in motion picture entertainment. Mogambo, unforgettable adventure in untamed Africa. Africa, known for centuries as the white man's graveyard. Yet into its belt and mountains went a crew of actors and technicians determined to return with the motion picture different, unlike anything ever brought to this screen. Clark Gable, in his best role since Gone with the Wind, Ava Gardner. More beautiful and more exciting than you've ever seen her. Grace Kelly, playing a part every woman secretly understands. The heat and fury of the jungle tears the veneer of civilization from these women, one from the high life of society, the other from the nightlife of New York. No holds are barred as they fall in love with a man who lives for adventure.
You can be nice and sweet when you want to, can't you?
How do you know? Maybe you spoke too soon.
I warn you. I'm looking. I'm searching. I really am.
I'll look with you for a little while.
What would give her the right to say things like that?
She saw us that day when we walked up on the porch.
Oh. You must forget that it ever happened. It was just, well, it was nothing.
You want me to forget it?
That's why you changed your mind about taking us on this trip.
Plus the fact that you're not in love with your husband.
You mustn't say that.
You are stuck, aren't you?
Once and for all,
You're jealous.
Shouldn't you examine your own emotions in that light?
Look, don't worry about me. I could be pea green with jealousy, and I couldn't be hecked up any worse than I am already. It's you we want to worry about. You know, this is no Sir Galahad who loves from afar. This is a two-legged boa constrictor.
Mogambo, the story of a love affair as adventuresome as the surroundings in which it happens. You travel along uncharted waterways on a suspenseful safari. You venture across the African veldt, alive with all manner of wild beasts. Just as the animal stampede in King Solomon's mine created a new high in screen thrills, MGM has now topped it with a blood-chilling spectacle, the Battle of the Gorillas, photographed for the first time in French Equatorial Africa.
Come, baby.
Mamma mia.
Let's do it. I'll show you. You like this?
Look, there's a
Or
lot
you
of
like slow, like this?
Oh, no!
one, Pocket. Let's give it a try, Pocket. She's tired. Lana, are we talking about the same animal?
Africa. 100 years ago, a trackless land. Majestic. Savage. Bloodstained. Life here was at its most primitive. Africa's wealth attracted the greedy. In such a land, in such a time. Vengeful African warriors would attack a safari with unbelievable cruelty. Man became the naked prey. Africa, land of aboriginal tortures. Only the honored brave are given a chance to live. Naked Prey, an epic tale of pursuit and survival, as one courageous man is singled out to be hunted like a lion. He must survive all the ordeals and terrors of the wilderness. Use every device at his command to confound and delay his pursuers. He must always be ready to kill or be killed. He must live like the beasts in the jungle. And when he crosses the path of slave traders who destroy native villages to ravish and seize their captives, he faces a new terror of survival. This extraordinary motion picture was filmed entirely in the primitive areas of Africa, where no other motion picture was ever made. It won the honor of opening the San Sebastian Film Festival.
And for many years, my home has been in the northern province of Kenya.
I have a little something for you.
Oh, we'll feed you. We'll make you strong and healthy. My favorite was the smallest, Elsa. A weakling in size, but the bravest of them all. She was beginning to realize that there was another life than the one we had been living together. That evening, we suffered all the agony of parents whose teenage daughter is out on her first date. The time was approaching when our lives would be changed forever.
The point is that you can't keep Elsa any longer. I'm sorry, but I think you've got to find some zoo that will take her.
I don't want her to go to a zoo. I want to set her free. We took her out for what became her most dangerous and final test.
We made her tame,
And it's too late to try to let her go wild now. And is freedom so important?
Yes. She was born free and she has the right to live free.
Born free as the wind blows, as free as the grass grows, born free to follow your heart.
Look at it. Listen to it, Grant. Soak it in.
Soak in what?
Africa.
Africa, the continent that spells adventure. Danger that thunders in big on the last safari.
Who of us here would have the guts of a McKinnon, who walked from the coast to discover Mount Kenya? Or Thompson, who was the first to walk across the Serengeti Plains?
The last safari. Across 1,000 miles of Central East Africa. And 1,000 thrills. Only the very brave would dare to try it. Only the very foolish would try to join it. Kaz Garaz, who thinks he can buy danger by the dollar.
Get out of here!
Stuart Ranger, big game hunter. An elephant never forgets, they say. But what is it this man cannot forget about an elephant?
That elephant. Remember? You've been running scared ever since it happened. And now I got a strange feeling that you don't want anyone around there when it happens again.
Gabriella Licudi, woman of both worlds, each with its special kind of danger.
Who told you to join them? Who asked you to dance with them?
Now, hold it a minute. Dancing with them doesn't mean...
Yes, it does. It means exactly that. So you choose your woman right over there. Take which one you want, but this one goes with him.
Co-starring Johnny Secker, it's today's big adventure. A remorseless battle for survival between man and beast. Where the hunter becomes the hunted.
Doesn't it matter to you that I'm another man's wife?
What matters to me is that you've tried so hard. And that you're alone now.
Through the eyes of a woman who wouldn't be owned.
Why is your freedom more important than mine?
It isn't. And I've never interfered with your freedom.
From the spirit of a man who couldn't be tamed.
When did you learn to fly?
Yesterday.
Out of a land of beauty, mystery, and majesty. Out of Africa. On December 16th, 1966, Diane Fossey left America and a life of comfort and privilege to go alone into the mountains of Africa.
Some of them believe a woman living alone up there has to be mad.
She was determined to make contact with the wild mountain gorillas and save them from extinction. Someone wanted her stopped. In a land of beauty and danger,
This is as close to God as you get.
she risked her life
What does book say when a gorilla charges?
It says, never run.
and her heart.
Diane, we can't stay on this mountain forever.
Just can't imagine not being out with them every day. Seeing their faces, hearing them. I'm hooked.
Do you think I'm weird?
Yes, I do, absolutely, without question. I also think you are wonderful.
She went further than anyone ever dared.
This baby gorilla's been sold to a zoo broker.
Yes, I know. I sold it.
What are you doing?
Someone thought she went too far.
Are you responsible for kidnapping this animal?
Bill of sale, madam.
Give my gorillas the protection they're entitled to.
Your gorillas.
Am I a murderer? Did I do this? This won't stop until those butchers are stopped. Get off my mountain!
From the master of mystery comes a classic tale of terror and suspense. Agatha Christie's 10 Little Indians. 10 unsuspecting strangers have accepted an invitation to murder.
I don't call that murder. I call that bloody bad luck.
10 little Indians went out to dine. One choked on himself, and then there were 9.
None of us are going to leave. That is the plan.
Whoever's out there killing us one by one is laughing, and we're still here stranded and helpless.
You won't be out there long. Let's go.
You were the only one who had any bullets. Of course it's you. It isn't true.
It was murder in a way.
You had a whole day in which to, shall we say, arrange things.
We're being picked off like flies. Who's next?
The devil is amongst us.
We have to stick together. He's right.
No, thank you!
Canon Films presents Donald Pleasance, Brenda Vaccaro, Frank Stallone, and Herbert Lom in Agatha Christie's 10 Little Indians.
Clint Eastwood, White Hunter, Black Heart.
I don't care if this picture's shot in black and white or sepia tone, or we have to make the whole damn thing in animation. Pete and I are going to Africa. There are times in this life when you can't wonder whether it's the right or the wrong thing to do. Not for guys like you and me, kid. You just gotta pack up and go.
John Wilson, a brilliant, don't-give-a-damn type filmmaker who continually violated all the unwritten laws of the motion picture business, yet had the magic, almost divine ability to always land on his feet.
Paul, I hope I don't have to kill you before this picture's finished.
He's always been like that.
No, he's worse than ever. He's insane. In a well-ordered society, he'd be in a straitjacket right now.
If there's half as much love in this old gal as there is talk, I may be dead in the morning.
John, give it up.
Something terrible is wrong. The man has the fever. It's just like any passion. It's irresponsible and it's destructive.
This is simply paradise here. In fact, I'm seriously thinking of staying here forever.
Clint Eastwood, White Hunter, Black Heart. Oh my God. Holy. Lions don't do this. Lions never had a lair like this. They're doing it for the pleasure.
They are not lions.
They are the ghost and the darkness.
We're in a race, Colonel, and the prize is the continent of Africa. We are building the most expensive and daring railroad in history for the glorious purpose of saving Africa from the Africans and, of course, to end slavery.
How many do you think they've killed?
100, maybe more.
Do we wish the world to think that the builders of the British Empire are afraid because of a few minor difficulties with the local wildlife?
Are you sure this was a lion?
I'm going to locate Remington. I assume you've heard of him.
We're ready! Now, do you see a problem with that?
Actually, no. Let's go after them.
Get it back!
The devil has come to Samoa!
I am the devil. Stay out of my way.
You're a rather cheerful fellow when you get to know you. You don't enjoy killing, do you?
Then why do it? Because I've got a gift. Shoot him!
Michael Douglas. Val Kilmer. The Ghost and the Darkness.
Now, can you control your fear? Can you?